Hello friends, in this particular lecture, what I'll do, I'll solve two more problems of function overloading so that it becomes clear to you that how we can overload a function. So the first question is basically uh, to find out the exponentiation, and here we are doing it with the help of three overloaded functions. So the first one is double, taking this x as the double and the power as int, and everywhere it is int, and first one is double, second one is int, third one is float. So let us do it. So let us try to, so now think in this way, what is expected first? Cout, POW. So first, the first function should be double. Okay, so let's say it is 3.4 comma 3. Okay, and then handle. Okay, then Cout, and then it is it should be integer, so 2 comma let's say 4, and then handle, and then Cout, POW, and then it is float. So it is 2.0 f comma let's say 3. Okay, so this is what our function should do. And let us make one more thing. Let us say I am having, if I only supply let's say 2.5, let's say, then what the function should do is it should automatically give me the, let's say, uh, square, let's say. So the first function which we have to create is this one. So how? So it is returning what? It is returning double. Okay, then POW, and then the first argument should be double x comma integer, it was x to the power m, integer m. Now as you all know how we exponentiate, we do what? We multiply that particular x to those that many time to which the power has been set. So if x is let's say 2 and power is let's say 3, then we'll be multiplying 2 3 times. So let us take one intermediate variable and let us call it as t. So double t, and assign this as 1.0. Okay, done. Now what? So for int I 0 and int I 0 and I less than m, I plus plus, and then inside what it will be doing, it will be multiplying every time by x, and finally it will be returning us t. So this is this one. Now how to make default argument? Whenever you have to make a default argument, you just have to initialize it with certain value by which you want to make it default. So let's say it is 2. So now in this case, as no second argument is passed and the first one is double, so what it will do, it will raise this particular number to the power 2. Once we supply this 3, so this 2 will be overwritten by 3, and then the m will become 3. So now this part, these two we have done. Now comes the integer. So it is very simple, friends. What we'll do, we'll just copy this and we will overload. Now as integer, exponent integer will return integer, and this has to be integer. Now as the data types are different, so they will be treated as different functions, and here this should be integer and this I am taking as 1. Okay, this is also over. Now comes float. Okay, so again copy it, paste this, make this as float. Simple. Once this is float, then this should be 1.0 f. Okay, and I think we have done it. Everything is over now. No, this has to be float. So now you have created three functions, name same power and first one is taking x as double, second one is taking x as int, third one is taking x as float, and this m I am taking, for this one I am creating it as default. So if nothing is provided, so it will give us power 2. So if I run it, so it is saying that there is a problem. So what is the problem? Let us quickly check. So it says that inside int, okay, so it is asking us to declare it in this way. No problem, we'll do it. And now you can see this is the answer for the first one, that is 2.5 to the power 2, because nothing has been provided. And this is second one to the power 3, and then this is the third one to the power 4, and this is the last one to the power 3. Now you can argue, sir, this particular thing is giving us 16 and this is it. How can we be sure that this one is for integer one and this one is for float? So what we'll do is we will give one string here, output string, saying that uh, x is double here, double in this function, okay, and then for this one we will say x is integer, for this we will say x is float. Then only it will be clear to you. So that once the result of this is printed, before it should say x is double, and here also it should say x is double, here it should say x is integer, and here it should say x is float. Then only we can be assured that we are in the right function. So let us run it. Now look, x is double in this function, okay. So x is double in this function, yeah, this was expected. For this it should be integer, so integer, and here it is float. So while giving the inputs also you should be clear. So let us see, I don't write this f, what will happen? So if I run it now, so look, x is in double, because this 2.0 is not taken as float, this is taken as double, so that's why it has directly moved to double. So while giving the inputs also, you should be very much clear that what you are doing. So you should be writing f for float here. So if you run it now, you will be getting that, you will be seeing that the function now is in the answer is coming from the function which is taking it as float. Now come to the second question, that it says that write overloaded function name acceleration to compute acceleration using this. First using this one, second using this one. Okay, now let us write this problem. Let us split the screen. Okay. Now we will remove these functions. Now what is the task? First, it should be clear to you. It says that you have to write two functions. The first one is acceleration. Once you supply the force as double, so let's say it is 10 Newton, then mass also as double. Okay, so let us supply mass as 2 kg. Okay, then the second is acceleration. It is taking force as double, so let's say 1.2, sorry, 10.0, then the mass, let's say 2 kg, then the theta, let us say we are supplying theta in degrees only, and let's say it is 30 degree. Okay, now this we want to print, see out, and here we will be saying end L. Likewise here, see out, see out, and here let us copy it. Now this is our expectation. Okay, now we will be writing the function. The first, as they both are double, so the output should be double. Acceleration, double force, double mass, and it should return what? Acceleration, return as f by m. That's it. No problem, very simple. Now let us come to the second one. Second is taking force, mass as well as theta. So, comma, double theta. Now this theta is in degrees. So we have to convert it into radians. Okay, so let us bring math module here, C math, and let us do what? Theta. I am converting this to, let us see whether we have radians of, oh sorry, whether we have this radians available. I don't know. We will first make it run manually. That is, I know that we are having this pi. So pi by 180 times theta. So what it will do? It will convert this theta into radians. Once we have this, then we can find out f cos theta. So f times cos of theta and then divided by mass. So if you directly supply theta here, so this is in degrees, and these functions require the argument in radians. So that's why this has to be done. Okay, I think everything is done. M into cos theta by f into cos theta by m, and this is f by m. Done. Now, if you run this now, you will be having your answer. The first one is 5 meter per second square. The second one is 4.33. So now what you have observed? You have observed that that while you overload the functions, either the number of argument should be different or the data type of the argument should be different. So that wind up our topic, that is function overloading. Thank you very much. Take care.